Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the first time. 1,000 cups of tea, but not like this one. 1,000 breaths we breathe, but not like this one. 1,000 suns will rise, but not like this one. 1,000 lullabies, but not like this one. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the first time. 1,000 passing smiles, come on, sing it, but not like this one. 1,000 starlit skies, but not like this one. 1,000 words to choose, but not like this one. 1,000 I love yous, but not like this one. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the first time. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the first time. With a brand new pair of eyes, so that we may finally see. Yeah. 1,000 cups of tea, 1,000 gifts received, 1,000 fields of green, 1,000 farewells will grieve, and 1,000 lives conceived. Come on, sing it. But not like this one. 1,000 hands will hold, but not like this one. 1,000 stories told, but not like this one. 1,000 beauties to behold, but not like this one. And 1,000 hearts you'll know, but not like this one. And 1,000 hearts you'll know, but not like this one. Put your hand up on your heart with us right now. 1,000 hearts you'll know, but not like this one. So let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the first time.
How many ways can I be grateful? How many ways? Given the chance, I'm gonna tell you now. How many ways can I give thanks for the blessings I have known? I've got a list, and I will tell you how. Grateful for each breath awake, grateful for each step I take, grateful that I'm here to play my part. Grateful for the morning sun, grateful when the day is done, grateful that I have you in my heart. Grateful for this universe, for the better and the worse. Grateful that this world keeps spinning round. Grateful for my memories, grateful for my hopes and dreams, grateful for the blessings I have found. How many ways can I give praises for all the gifts I have? Given the chance, I'm gonna shout out loud. Grateful for each breath awake, grateful for each step I take, grateful that I'm here to play my part. Grateful for the morning sun, grateful when the day is done, grateful that I have you in my heart. How many ways can I be grateful? How many ways? How many ways can I be grateful? How many ways? How many ways can I be grateful? How many ways? How many ways can I be grateful? How many ways? I'm grateful now. How many ways can I be grateful? How many ways? I'm grateful now. How many ways can I be grateful? How many ways? I'm grateful now. How many ways can I be grateful? How many ways? I'm grateful now. How many ways?
reach down into the depths of my soul. I go within and I open up my heart to the one and only true source. My soul is open.
Hello and welcome to the People of Diversity Sunday service. We're a multi-faith community and we believe that there are many paths to one divinity. So what does that mean to you sitting at home on a Sunday morning or a Sunday afternoon watching this service? We have 10 different faith perspectives. We have 10 different positive music acts or artists. And we give each of those groups one word topic. And they come back with either a 30-minute video from the speaker or a couple of videos from the musician, and Becky and I say hello and goodbye, and we have a Sunday service after we send it to Philip and he makes it beautiful.
I was going to say, you left out the really important part there.
So www.peopleofdiversity.org is how you can connect with us, dive into the process here with us, make a regular tithe or a one-time tithe, donation or offering, whatever word fits for you. I think that's all I know.
All right. Last week we had, our topic right now is sanctuary. We're on the last couple of weeks of that. Our speaker last week was Rabbi Pat Hickman, and as always she did an amazing, totally different perspective on sanctuary, but many similarities to the other talks that we've had. It was really, really good. Yeah. And her musical guest was one of our faves, Jennifer Farron. She's just always so good and makes it personal and says hi to the people of diversity area. For us. Yeah, so it's great. Today we have our Native American representative, Will Davis, and Scott and I went and helped him video, so I can already tell you it's awesome. And his musical guest is David Roth. Next week we will have Sanctuary from a Christian perspective with Reverend Celidia Junis. And her musical guest is going to be someone new for us. His name is Victor Morgado, and he's joining the family, so we're really looking forward to that. Immediately following the morning service from 11:45 until 12:15, we do a live Zoom deep dive. You just get on and we chit-chat and talk about the message. Sometimes the speaker joins us and sometimes they can't. It doesn't matter. We always have a very enlightening, good time. It's nice to actually see people and catch up in person. So, and then on Sunday evening at 5:45, we rebroadcast the morning service. So, what am I not doing? If you want to get Facebook notifications about our services, which makes it real easy, if you get on Facebook and you'll get the little dot up there at the top, you press that button and it'll take you right to the pod service. But you have to join the People of Diversity, either the Facebook group or the Facebook page. Just go in there, ask to join, we let you in, and from then on you'll get the notifications about the services. Okay. Each week we bless a country. So if you have anything, if you know anything about the country that we're blessing next week, you please feel free to send me whatever you got to the email address below, and we'll use it in our country blessing. Next week is Equatorial Guinea. Yes. So this week is El Salvador.
That one I know.
Yeah. El Salvador, I bet I got stuff you don't know.
I bet you do.
El Salvador is the smallest country in Central America. It's about the size of Massachusetts, but it has 6.5 million people, making it the most densely populated country in the Americas. Yeah, so if you don't like crowds, not a good place to go. It's 50% Roman Catholic, 40% Protestant, and 10% other or none. The capital, San Salvador, is the oldest capital city in Central America. It was established in 1524 by a Spanish conquistador from Mexico. El Salvador remained a Spanish colony for about 300 years until it gained its independence in 1821. It's nicknamed the Land of Volcanoes. It has more than 100 volcanoes, 20 of which are considered active. It even has 5 volcanoes on its flag. So I want you to imagine 100 volcanoes in something the size of Massachusetts. That's pretty impressive. Yes, no wonder. Land of volcanoes. The national bird of El Salvador is the toragaz, and it's considered one of the most beautiful birds in the world, the toragaz. El Salvador is a surfer's paradise. It has 191 miles of coastline with some of the biggest swells in the Pacific, as well as some of the longest waves. So because of that, and their beautiful birds and things, volcanoes, tourism is the fastest growing sector of the economy. It has world famous coffee and is the 4th largest coffee producer in the world, despite its small size. Remember, size of Massachusetts, the 4th largest producer of coffee in the world.
That's a very important place on the planet.
Yeah, that's very impressive too. Our last one, this is pretty funny. El Salvador's cell phone density is one of the largest in the world. They have 125 cell phones for every 100 people.
That math does not work.
Isn't that funny? Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Okay. So let's hold the people of El Salvador in our hearts, knowing they want the same things in their lives that we want in ours. We wish them hope. We wish them health and blessings for abundance and appreciation for all the beauty that they have there. And we hold them in our hearts and we say these words together. May peace prevail in El Salvador. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail in me. Thank you. All right, sir, you're up.
All right, so this one has sadness on it because it's our brother David's last installment for now. I have a sneaking suspicion he's probably going to stay busy for a long, long time.
Oh, I hope so. That's good.
Yes, yes. And we will see him again and let you know when he arrives here in Florida. In the interim, we will get 2 songs from David. And as Becky mentioned earlier, we got to see Will's talk when we went to his home and recorded it with him. So we know you're in for a treat. Without further ado, we'll see you on the other side.
Good morning, everyone. David Roth joining you once again. It's my pleasure and honor to do so on this day of sanctuary. So the songs I've chosen talk about sanctuary, a place of refuge, and to be honest, the world doesn't feel like a very safe place of refuge these days in so many respects. But I want to start with a song I wrote to myself. I like to say way back when and just in time. I know where you live, but you've never been home. Everyone in your house has been living alone. Now something is wrong, and you know it's not fair, but it's easier to hide than to show that you care. But will you come home? Will you come home? Will you come home to your heart? You've kept away from yourself from the start, but you can come home now. Come home to your heart. And you work hard all day, how you strain to stand tall, trying to make someone love you. Better yet, make them all. But the doors have been closed, all your secrets concealed, and you're living your life so they're never revealed. But will you come home? Will you come home? Will you come home to your heart? You've kept away from yourself from the start, but you can come home now. Come home to your heart. Leave the baggage behind. You've done more than your part. Before you fill all your loved ones, you must fill your own heart. And don't look to others for directions or deeds. You're the very first love that your heart ever needs. Will you come home? Will you come home? Will you come home to your heart? You've kept away from yourself from the start, but you can come home now. Come home to your heart. You've kept away from yourself from the start, but you can come home now. Come home to your heart. If anybody tells you there's no politics in guns, and that now is not the time to change the laws, Just meet the gaze of those who've lost family or friends, and tell me how we justify the cause. It's well and good to send out loving thoughts and loving prayers, but by now these thoughts and prayers are not enough. All the good intentions and the cries to make a change must be followed up with action and rebuff. So change the laws, change the laws, change the contract, change the clause, change the mind and change the cause. Change the laws, change the laws. If politicians say do not politicize these things, or get caught up in the moment or in haste, I say it's precisely what we need to talk about before another single life is wasted. So change the laws, change the laws, change the contract, change the clause, change the mind and change the cause. Change the laws, change the laws. I will not be silenced, though the silencers abound. I will not be led by those opposed to common ground. If anybody tells you there's no politics in guns, they're the ones who know that money runs the show. And as long as nothing changes, they'll be happy and content, and they'll do their best to keep the status quo. So change the laws, change the laws, change the contract, change the clause, change the mind and change the cause. Change the laws, change the laws, change the mind and change the cause. Change the laws, change the laws.
So I've been asked to talk about sanctuary and bring that from kind of a Native perspective. And I'd like to clarify that I'm not speaking for Native people, I'm speaking from my perspective. When I think about sanctuary, I think when most people think about sanctuary, they think about a place. And I'm not sure that that's totally accurate. For me, sanctuary is any place on the time-space continuum where you feel safe, you feel accepted, you feel like you belong to something. It's like here, my home is a sanctuary. And not just for me, for a lot of people. People come here just because they want to be here. And I think that you as a person can also become a sanctuary. That people feel safe with you, they feel safe talking to you, they will share things with you. And as a result of that, I'm going to throw in this other word, the word fiduciary. If you're going to be a sanctuary and you're going to talk to people, advise them, give them suggestions, or listen to their deepest, darkest secrets, you have a fiduciary responsibility to honor that, to not repeat what you've heard. Because the word fiduciary is just a synonym for being a trustee. And that person is trusting you with them, with themselves. And when I think about that, I think, I've been sanctuary for a lot of people in my life, whether that's family or friends or people I don't even really know. When people come here for like ceremony, they come here because there's a sanctuary here. And it is a sanctuary. There's a sweat, there's the shrine for the Buddha that I have on my property, or there's just this living room, where you can just come and just be. And being of Native descendant, I will try to feed you. That's just something that we do. Sometimes for me, when I do meditation, I normally do walking meditation. So I like to find a place where I know I'm probably not going to be disturbed for a while. And so that place becomes then a sanctuary for me. I think if you look at the word sanctuary, you know, the first part of that word is also part of the word for like sanctum, or to sanction something, to be with it, to be part of it, to be in it and of it. And for me, that doing this right now, I'm staring into this video camera, but there's these two people here who came here to do this today, Scott and Becky. Is that right, Becky? Yes, I got it right this time. They have become a sanctuary for me because I am so technologically challenged. I tried doing this recording the other day with my phone, and when I look back at it, you can only see like my ear and everything around me, but not me, so, which probably isn't a bad thing. When we think about, well, think about this for just a minute. Think about this. Where is it you feel the safest? Where is it you feel the most comfortable in your environment around you? And then think about how that became so and how you begin to associate that place with being a sanctuary, with being safe from maybe the rest of the world. And then think about inside you, because inside you is also a sanctuary. And inside you, what? Just pick out a body part, maybe. What part of my body do I feel the safest with? Do I feel the most comfortable with? Is it my heart? Is it my brain? Is it my stomach? Is it my hands? You know, as an artist, I sometimes think, okay, my eyes and my hands become a sanctuary when I'm doing artwork. It's that creative part of me coming out, almost that God part of me coming out, because as an artist, you know, sometimes you can create something out of nothing, which is kind of, I like that. And it doesn't matter if you just draw stick people or you've created the ceiling to the Sistine Chapel. It's all great and wonderful in a sense of bringing into creation something that wasn't before. And I see that kind of the way sanctuary, having a sanctuary or being a sanctuary is. It's a place to allow any number of other things to happen with that sense of safety, with that sense of being in a place of non-judgmentalism, which is so important these days. I'm kind of going to skip around here a little bit because the word sanctuary, how long can you talk about that? You know, but you can pick other things and bring it into that. And I know that for me, when I look at my physical self, I think my sanctuary is my heart. It's my ability to feel, my ability to love unconditionally, which I often argue that humans aren't capable of loving unconditionally. There's always something they want back. And I don't disagree with that. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think the unconditional part is that I endeavor to never stand in judgment of you, or anybody for that matter. I think what I would like to think I can do is to gather enough information to make good judgments about people, places, and things. And therein lies the sanctuary of that. That when I make those good judgments, about people, places, and things, then I've also created a space. And that's kind of a popular term now. I'm going to make space for you. I still don't know exactly what that means, but I think I'm doing that right now, is that I'm creating space, not just for Scott and Becky, but for you who are viewing this. And part of that is the acknowledgement of your importance in my life and your importance to the greater mechanism of the universe. I think we don't acknowledge enough our own importance to the total mechanism of things, because if you were not here, the universe would be somewhat diminished. You're a vital part of that. And so part of this love thing is that through this loving kindness that the Buddha talks about, and through that you create a space wherever you go, even if it's just your own personal space, that then becomes a sanctuary for whomever enters that space or you invite into that space. I know I'm going to be traveling in about 10 days, and I'm going to be around people I've never met before, and some people that I have. My goal for that is to bring my sanctuary with me and share that with them, should they wish to. It's like the most we can ever do, in my opinion, is you can invite, and then the rest of the environment has to make the choice whether they want to come or not. Whether that's just, hey, I'm going to give you a phone call, or hey, you're going to visit me in my house, or maybe we're going to go out to dinner together, or whatever. You can just put it out there, but I think the most important thing for like a sanctuary is to have no expectations. The minute I form an expectation, I've set myself up to either be disappointed or for failure. And when I think about that, one of the things I think about is that I really would like to see the world, the whole world, the planet, once again become a sanctuary for all living beings. Because see, in the way I'm taught, everything is alive. The rocks are alive, this table is alive. Everything has an energy that emanates from it. And to be able to at least endeavor to acknowledge that, whether you are able to connect with it or not, I don't think it's so important, is that you acknowledge that it's there and that you have an intrinsic relationship with it. It's like myself and this tree just outside my window. We have this really close bonded relationship simply because our respiratory processes are opposite each other. I breathe in oxygen, breathe out carbon. The tree breathes in carbon, breathes out oxygen. We support each other. So in that sense, the tree is a sanctuary, I am a sanctuary. I think it's very important sometimes to feel accepted. I know a lot of people, I hear people say, oh, I don't care how people feel about me. Yes, you do. You really do. That very statement indicates that you do. And it is important to be acknowledged and to be included in things. It is important. I don't think any living being can just be an island unto itself. I think throughout time, throughout our lives, there's going to be those people, places, and things that enter and exit all the time. And I think wisdom would be to not try to restrict or restrain that. See, I see this big circle of energy around me. But that circle of energy has openings on all four sides. Anybody can walk into that arena with me. Nor will I lure you or try to keep you there. You can leave whenever you wish. You know, people can come and be with me for as long as they want or for as short as they want. Because one of my goals, and when I learned that sanctuary was the topic about 15 minutes ago, I thought, wow, what a neat idea that is, because I don't think there's enough of that. Because when you stop and think about it, even if you're just going shopping, the minute I walk into Walmart, I know, I shop at Walmart, I really do. It's my favorite place to go, actually. It's like this continuous nonstop soap opera. So I go there for entertainment purposes. But the minute I walk through the doors, I have a certain expectation of sanctuary inside there. And since I brought up that word, let's talk about expectations. One of the things I endeavor to not do is form expectations of people. Your purpose in this world is not to live up to any of my expectations. Okay? Living up to your own might be a good thing, but not mine. Nor do I have any expectations. It's like when people come here, I know for a long time they felt like they should bring a little something with them, like a little gift. Because in my culture, when you go to speak to an elder or somebody like that, you always bring a gift. And I'm not sure I'm like all about that all the time, because if you're a little bit like me, I have the world's best memory. It's just only about that long. And so sometimes I forget to bring stuff. When I get home, it's still laying on the counter. And like grocery lists. And I think I'm going to remember what's on that list. So in that sense, your mind, not just your brain, but your mind, is, I think, the ultimate sanctuary, because that's where you live. That's where everything about you emanates from. My language, my sight, my hearing, my smell, my taste, my feel emanates from there. And we have ways of interpreting that. Say, yeah, you know, my heart hurts right now, and my heart is happy. Well, your heart's just a pump. But we have used that as a symbol of emotion. And in some traditions, that is the seat of your emotions. And they're very firm about that. And I have no argument with that. As a Buddhist, I come a lot from that part, that chakra, the heart chakra. And when I'm meditating, or when I'm talking about the Buddha, or when I'm around other Buddhists, well, let me ask you, have you noticed that when you're around different people, the energy becomes different according to whom you're with? And I think that's wonderful, because it's almost like having this menu of delicious food that you can pick from. Of course, here's the kind of heavy guy talking about food. And it's, for me, personally, that's part of my sanctuary, is that I feel safe inside my own skin. I'm comfortable inside my own skin. I'm comfortable with who I am, what I am, how I am, in any of those given moments of our lives. And those moments are sometimes very short, and sometimes they're very long. I look at some of my relationships and the people I've known, like I've known Scott since God was a corporal. We don't meet up with each other. I mean, we did for a while, and then a long period of time went by, and then we reconnected. And I think for me, the reconnection part is really exciting, because then you get to catch up. And oh man, what have you been up with? You know, because I have this bad habit. Well, I can't say bad habit. Let's just have this. I fall in love with people. I can't help it. I just do. I meet somebody and our energy is there and they're so neat and so cool. And I'm going, oh my God, I love you. I'm in love with you. And I've had that misinterpreted from time to time. People go, I'm like, however you wish to interpret that. I love you. And for me, that's exciting because the moment you say those words, I love you, have you not created a sanctuary, even a physical sanctuary? When I hug someone, I try to enfold them completely into me. And they put their arms around me too. That becomes, what a sanctuary that is. How safe can you be there? You know, so it's a matter of creating this space. And I know that sounds like I'm repeating myself and being redundant, but over the years as a teacher, I've learned that redundancy has its place. If you say something often enough, it'll stick. So I do repeat myself. It's not because I'm senile, it's because I have a purpose for that. I could be a little senile, but because knowing what day of the week it is just totally beyond me. Since I retired, I don't really have to know the day of the week. I think that, you know, and those of you who view this video, if you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me. I mean, I'm on Facebook, and, you know, if you send me a friend request, please send me a message telling me why you're sending me, because I've been getting a lot of scam and hacker friend requests and messages, and what I do is delete them if I don't know who the person is. So if you could do that for me, that would work.
Thank you, David. As billed, amazing. We are so grateful for all that you have given over the past 3 years, and just for me personally over the last 30 years.
And we hope that in all of your busyness, that includes a little jaunt down here to Florida, and we will come see you in person.
Yes.
Okay.
Looking forward to it. And Will, thank you, sir. It's always a pleasure and an honor to be with you and spend time with you. We're grateful that you decided to join us and share your wisdom with us. And Mr. Lupo, the man behind the curtain, we are always grateful for how you turn this crazy stuff into a beautiful, magical service every Sunday. If out there in the world you have needs for this kind of magical being, you can you can get a hold of Philip at the website below, and he will take care of anything you might need in this crazy department. Right after the morning service from 11:45 to 12:15, we do a deep dive. That gives us an opportunity to hang out, to see each other, sometimes to hang out with the speaker, and if not, with each other, and really kind of catch up. And it's that, you know, half hour of visiting after church before y'all go out to lunch. That's this. So then if you're watching in the morning, we have an evening service. It starts at 5:45, and it's the one that we pin to the top of the page so that you can come back later or send a friend back, and it makes it really easy to find. And next week, we continue our topic of sanctuary. Miss Solidia will be our speaker. She speaks from a Melchizedek Christian perspective. And with her will be a dear friend of mine from Canada. We used to work together back in the day, Victor Margado, and a friend. He's going to have someone with him this time, singing with him. So we look forward to his first installment and getting to know Victor and whoever his friend is.
Okay. If you'd like to help support this effort, spreading this love across the world, go to www.peopleofdiversity.org and push that donate button. And we want to just take a minute, close your eyes, take a breath. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for all of the tithes and donations that we receive. We certainly appreciate every bit of it. And we also appreciate our musicians, our speakers, our technical team, everything that it takes to put this together and send it out into the world. And we are so grateful. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, don't turn off. It's time to do our healing circle. We want you to bring to your mind's eye any person, place, thing, situation. Bring it to that needs healing, that could use some extra love. Bring it to your front of your thoughts. Put it out there in the middle of this circle, because we're all joining together energetically. And we're going to listen to this last song and open up, because the energy's coming around. It's coming around, and open up and receive as well as give. And thank you all for being with us, and we will see you soon.
One power. One power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love.